Well, why do we have six of them? Okay, so where does the money go? So this is what happens. So when you're granted a tax abatement, what tax abatements generally are, like let's just say that if you were paying 100%, 100 full freight, you're paying 100% of ad valorem taxes. So about 18, 20% approximately goes to the town. About 65% goes to the schools, between the high school and the elementary school. And the rest goes to county, to open space, to library, things like that. So if you give a pilot 95% of that payment, because it's not ad valorem taxes, so they are not paying full freight. So let's just say that your ad valorem taxes is $100. Under this regime, a developer might be paying $45 instead of the 100. So out of that $45, zero goes to school, 95% goes to the municipality, and 5% goes to the county. So the county isn't getting what it would ordinarily get. You're not putting anything into open space. You're not putting anything into the county library, which we have. And nothing goes to schools, as I said. So the municipality is getting a little bit more, but because they're getting 95% of that $100, if they were paying regular taxes, town would get maybe 18 of that, 19 of that, of that $100. Here, they're actually getting like $40. So that's a lot. That's almost double than they would normally be getting. And they get to put that in their budget. But the way that this works and the way that the abatement is agreed upon, and I've seen this done in different ways in different towns, but you get this thing they call a pro forma, where the developer tells you basically what they're going to be charging for these rentals. And based upon what that income is going to be, and what the costs are and other factors, that's how they come up with what the abatement's going to be, which again for a residential is nonsense, but okay, let's just say that it's a good thing, this pilot. Um, so what happens thereafter is they start making the payments over 30 years. What we should be doing as a municipality, and what others do, is they get a real estate professional initially to say, 1800 for a one bedroom in Warren, nope, it's going to be more like 3000 for a one bedroom in Warren, because that's what they go for at this point. And we have to base our abatement on the number that the real estate professional is giving us, and not necessarily what the developer is saying, because developers, they don't want to make money or anything. And they're going to always tell you the truth, absolute truth, about absolutely everything. So and I'm not saying that they're not, and I don't want anybody to ever think that I rag on developers. We all live in the homes that they built, and they are absolutely necessary for society, and they do provide a public service. But that doesn't mean that we trust every last thing that they say. We have to, again, trust but verify. We're Republicans, after all, are we not? So whatever they say, we verify it. We take that professional to look at it and say, no, that's a little low. They should be paying a little bit more. Now, once they start paying, what we should be doing every year is auditing that and taking a look at what is being paid. And if it doesn't work, you got to renegotiate it. Is that going to happen? It will with us.
Yep.
But is anybody else going to do it? I don't know. I can't answer that question, because this is all the very, very, very beginning of what's happening. But the bottom line is, you need people in there who actually know that that's a possibility, and who are actually going to look at those numbers and say, that looks a little bit like, let's get that real estate professional in here and see what is happening here. Let's get the attorney who knows what they're talking about, who has negotiated and renegotiated this, and let's look at this. Let's see if we could squeeze every last penny, because why shouldn't we? That's our job. That's our job as elected officials, is to be fiduciaries. That's basically what our job is. That is our number one most important job. Doing the budget is the number one most important job of an elected official. It's not planting trees. It's not coming up with cute ideas. It's doing the budget and squeezing every last penny out of the budget.
Managing your money, our money on behalf of everybody.
And it's our
That's our job.
seriously, because people feel like the people who sit on the dais, who sit on the township committee, like they fell out of the sky. No, we live here. I have paid taxes here for 24 years, and they keep going up. And this year they're like, oh yeah, the tax rate is steady, it's stable, it hasn't gone, the tax rate hasn't gone up. I'm like, cool because my appraisal has. So, my tax assessment has gone up. So obviously I'm going to pay more.